Take a step back. Yeah. You been pocket watching, bitch, you need to relax. Step on the floor, blood on the wall. Yeah. Tell Miley I want some more. Yeah. Tell Miley I want some more.
Welcome to Original Minds, an Intrizio podcast. Today we're talking about what it's actually like starting with nothing. No money, no connections, no setup. So guys, I've got Rocket and Big B here with me.
Yo, what's good? How y'all doing?
How we doing?
So let's just get into it, guys. What did starting look like for us? Starting with nothing. What do we do?
Shit, we ain't had the best equipment, you know. There was times where we had to do it what we had. It would be times we had egg cartons in the closet on the wall, just to be there for soundproofing, you know.
That was what year? Like
2021.
2020.
Studios in the closet?
Yeah, studios.
Front closet.
Egg cartons in the closet.
Man,
It's in my coat closet.
For soundproofing.
that's back in the day. How many years ago was that?
6 years ago. now.
6 years ago.
We used a mic that had a dent in it.
I remember that. Oh my God.
It was a dent in the mic, and so like we didn't start with the best things, but we did what we had. You
Made
know,
with what you could.
yeah. One of my first songs actually came out in that setup. Low Pressure came out in that setup where we had
The classic.
we had what we had, and that was just like the starting
Yes,
point
sir.
right there.
You have to start with what you have sometimes. Like I said, we started with the egg cartons, and then we moved into, I took my closet doors off, I remember.
Oh my
Pulled my
God.
closet doors and just had them standing up, and I
Yeah.
stapled blankets to the wall,
Yep,
and
I
then we put
remember
it in the
that.
corner of the room, and that was the
Yes,
studio
sir.
for a while.
And then
Doing what you can.
and honestly,
man.
it just
making
like,
it happen.
it kind of slowly progressed from there. You know, we went from that to having the
Little upgrades.
little upgrades, like
know.
with the soundproofing on the walls, like
Stepping stones.
Yeah, even with like the mic quality, like bro, we done been through so many mics.
That comes with the experience.
Yeah,
though.
just
You
coming.
getting-
Yeah, with the
You're learning
experience.
quality of mics, quality of life things.
We didn't actually start making any moves like that, though, at first. I mean, I think we had to, like, make a decision, because in 2020, when Big B's just started, we were still recording in GarageBand. We were still...
Right.
Before we had even decided we
Oh,
wanted to build a
another-
studio. That was before 614 was an idea,
Yeah.
really.
Oh,
I
my
mean,
God.
at that
Wasn't
time,
even
614 was
614.
always an idea, but
Right,
we
it was
never
a
really
thought.
had
It wasn't
ideas.
even like 614. What we had, what we did with it. It was just like, this is us, and it's like.
I just know in 2020, me and Big B were just recording. We were trying to figure out what the hell we wanted to do with music, and he just gotten into it. And I think it was the middle of 2020 when I decided to switch apartments, and that was just out of nowhere. I was like, hey, Big
Right.
B, I think I'm going to start a recording studio.
Can make this happen.
Yeah.
and
This could be
I
a
can
thing.
build it inside the apartment. I was like, it shouldn't take us that much money. And during COVID, it was... We won't speak on how we had money, but
Hey,
we had some money to be
we
able
had
to put
some
into the
money.
funds. And anyway, so we decided it was a very basic setup, but we put the foam on the wall. Now it's kind of dated. That's kind of, we would never put foam on the wall. But at that time, that was like the coolest. That was the coolest thing ever.
It's a
Had foam on the
blockbuster
wall.
change.
It was
Had foam
purple
on
and
the wall,
black.
yeah.
The room was themed.
Different.
Yeah.
Moving
So-
different.
Yeah.
We got the vibe right. That was the biggest thing.
Right.
Yeah,
But-
we had the vibe, but we didn't have like the
Yeah.
um.
I hate to say it though, we waited for that vibe for the longest time. I think we
think
used it to
so?
procrastinate. I didn't think in 2018, I mean, I wanted to make music from 2018, 2019, 2020, and the whole time I was always like, oh, I'm just going to wait until I get this. I kept putting it off. Look, a part of starting from nothing is having no idea, but still doing it anyway. I think the funnest part
I
of
like
our
that.
entire experience was the fact that me and Big B and then Damon and every person that
Yeah.
joined along, none of us had any clue of what the heck we were doing. We were all learning it together.
Hey,
Man, we still
everyone's learning
Still
together.
learning.
We're all
So-
doing that.
Try, fair warning, I mean, try not to get caught in your head. Try not to continue to procrastinate and push things off for something better.
Right.
I
I'll
think-
kind of talk about that a little bit later.
Right.
Yeah. And so we really just, it's okay to just jump into it and allow yourself to do it, because you're going to run into hard times. You're going to run into
Right.
frustrations.
Right.
And it's going to get difficult.
Right. There was a time where I almost gave up music. I thought about quitting.
Really?
Yeah, just because I was in my head a lot. And
Right.
I had to learn how to not live in my head. You
Right.
know,
Stay present in
Yeah.
the moment.
for a period of time when Ben went to jail, you know, I had to like kind of think for myself, like, what do I want? Like, is music for me? Am I for music? Am I talented enough to even do music?
Right.
Like,
Does this really fit me?
Does this fit me? Is this
Am
something
I fit for this?
Yeah, like,
Is this
but
my calling?
what I will say in that time, like, it was a down moment for me because, like, even though I lived in that space of doubting myself, I knew, like, yo, like, this might be what's for me and not like something I'm looking for.
Right.
That wasn't the only time you quit though either. I mean,
No.
I'm pretty sure there was
Uh,
the first time
yeah.
614 fell apart.
Yeah, I was done.
That was a huge thing that fell apart for us, and that was like
Yeah.
our identity lost.
A learning moment too.
Big learning moment. Back, long story short, we tried to start a record label, and we had a team, and let's just say I wasn't in the right space of mind, and we tried to do a lot, and we tried to take on a lot. I think we
Right,
had
you're-
like 10 artists.
It's taking on a lot of
Yeah.
responsibility, not
And-
like prepared
Not-
enough
Yeah,
yet.
we weren't
for it.
prepared, and
But trying to make it happen.
trying to
you know,
make it
being
happen.
proactive about it.
What I will say is, like, yo, we're young. We were young when we were doing that, but I will
Right.
say, like, that was one of, like, the biggest learning lessons I would ever take from just even, like, doing music, you know. Even having the different relationships that we had at the time,
Right.
it still was, like,
It was good exposure to working
was
with
like-
a team
yeah, it
too,
was-
collaborating with differing opinions too.
Yeah, it definitely put a lot of pressure on,
Right.
and then it forced you to collaborate and
Right,
kind of
not
work with other people's
everybody's,
opinions
like-
because we don't think the same.
Right. Not everybody's motivations are exactly the same.
Right.
Right.
And so that was cool. And it also, I don't think we ever would have been able to actually enter into the world of music and local artists and stuff as fast as we did if we didn't have that team.
Very
Right.
true.
And so that really allowed us to kind of take a dip into the scene and see what it was like. And I mean, we got our first shows doing that. We got to go out. We got some publicity. We got to
Yeah.
network and meet some people. But like I said, I couldn't hold it together. And probably a story for another time. But long story short, everything fell apart.
Right.
And so
Right.
that was a huge identity loss. Was everyone left and they gave up on the belief that we all once had.
Right.
And so how do you come back from that? I mean, that felt impossible. It felt like we were never going to get back to that kind of peak we were at.
Right.
It felt like we were at a high. And
Yeah,
I know
coming
for a
back
long
up
time
to-
I went into a dark period.
Right.
Part of the
did
reason
too.
that fell apart was my drinking, and I started drinking even more.
Right.
And music just became a forethought. And I didn't care, but it would still be talked about. And I'd be
Right.
drunk, I'd be high or whatever.
Right.
We'd talk about it, but
Right.
it really at that time, me and Big B were spending maybe a couple hours in the studio most of the time.
If
We'd go in the
even.
studio, but then we'd
If
get too
even,
effed
Couple.
up to even try to do anything.
Right.
Yeah, we'd either get, like, it was just like you said, like, we would do these things to, like, run away from making music.
Right.
Being creative is hard.
Yeah.
It
It's
takes
a process.
it's a
It's a
process, and you
process,
have to
bro.
kind of dive deep into yourself internally. And if you're running away from your own thoughts, if you're running away from
You're not getting the real
not-
you at that point.
Yeah, you're putting on a facade.
It's like a character,
It's
right?
like if
That's
you look,
exactly what
it's
I was
like if
gonna
you
say.
look in the mirror, like I said in my song, if I look in the mirror and I don't see myself,
Something's
I
wrong.
know something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
Like I know, and it was many times like during that period I would look myself in the mirror and I didn't even know who the person
Who I'm
was
looking
looking
at. It doesn't.
Like,
It's
it
not a
doesn't- it
familiar
doesn't make
face. That
sense to
doesn't
me.
feel
Like,
good.
It wasn't, and so that's when they said like you gotta look yourself in the mirror and be able to say like, yo, I gotta change.
Right.
I gotta change my setting and whatever is going around me. I gotta do something
Right.
better.
Something's got to change.
Yeah.
Something's got to
and
give.
there's
Yeah.
something's got to change, or else you're gonna get stuck. And we got stuck for a long time. That's part people don't see is that you're just, it's not as fun as it is. I mean, I remember the first time when you tell someone, "Yo, I'm going in the stew," you think that shit's lit. And you've seen the memes online.
Think it's cool. You think you're about to go have
Yeah.
fun.
And you enter into the stew,
And you
it's
realize.
You realize
me
this-
pressing play and pause 50 times, going again.
Yeah,
Hey,
to
let's
get
do that
annoying,
again.
you know?
Hey,
Let's
let's
try
do
this
that
again.
again. It's not glamorous, honestly. I don't know how they made it look so glamorous. I guess because it sounds cool, but part of it is
It's not fun.
It's mundane work and repetitive.
Right.
And that was a very interesting thing to get over too, because then it was like, shit, I thought this was.
I thought this
I
was
thought this was
easy.
supposed to be
Peaches
easy.
and cream. It's supposed to be easy.
It's something I
It's
gotta work
easy.
out my mind. I
Yeah.
like the amount of days I've left and my head is throbbing
Yep.
just from trying to write or record. I mean, mixing's a whole other level, but just that.
Yeah, even with the recording, some days when I leave the studio, it's just like scattered brain. Like Like if I'm talking to you, I don't even know I'm talking to you because
Right.
I'm just like the mute. Like it does a lot to your brain. It makes you think.
From all the times we gave up, we had to look ourselves, like you said, look in the mirror. We had to give ourselves a real quick reality check.
Speaking on that reality check, another one for me personally was kind of feeling like, okay, I'm waiting for the perfect setup. Just thinking that
Yeah, what do you mean?
like sometimes I would feel like I'm just being passive in my life, if that makes sense. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Not doing enough that I could be doing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing about like the perfect setup is like the perfect setup doesn't mean you're automatically gonna always win.
Right, like everything's
Like
made for you.
everything's not gonna
It's
be always
life.
made for you. Like
Not everything
you
is
have
gonna
to
go
have
right.
consistency in being able to winning, like to get to the winning. Like
Yeah.
you have to be consistent in using that whatever that setup is. Like your perfect setup could be different from me, Ben, and Damon's perfect setup.
Right, whatever that looks like for
Yeah,
you.
whatever that looks like for you. So like going into like
But maintaining that.
yeah, maintaining that. So don't compare yourself. Don't compare your setup to the next person's setup
Right.
because their setup may not be for you, and your setup may be perfect for you. But like, you just can't over evaluate
what other people
what
are
other
doing.
people are doing because it won't lead to nothing, bro.
Right. I kind of think like when it comes to that, I kind of lead into like being proactive versus like being reactive in things.
Right.
I think that's mostly what it was for me in a sense that like I was always trying to like react to everything that's going on. I'm not really like trying to go out of my way to like figure something out
Right.
about myself, do something that I need to do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Being proactive about it.
And within that, like comparing yourself to other people, you're still in your own joy.
Facts.
You're still in your
Yeah.
own joy.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that actually. I have a quote. It's
Let me hear it. What is it?
comparison is the thief of joy. I'm glad you said that. You know who said that? Can you guess?
Who?
Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Crazy word.
Yes, sir.
That still stands true to this day. Don't compare yourself.
Everyone's always better. There's someone smarter.
There's
someone
always
better. There's
there will
someone,
always be
there's
someone
something
better.
cooler. There's a better setup than what you've got.
But guess what?
Can you outwork them?
And this one's yours. Come on now.
Yeah. No condition's perfect. I think I mean, when you're writing songs, are you in the perfect state of mind?
Not
Hell
always.
no.
Not
Not
always.
really.
No.
9 times out of 10, you're usually going through something. That's where the beauty comes from. It is the struggle.
Right.
That's part of it because it's not beautiful. It doesn't feel earned unless you've gone through the struggle. That perfect setup does. Honestly, I'm glad it took us a while to get the perfect setup.
It makes you I feel
Yeah.
like personally I feel like the struggle period makes you appreciate things more.
Absolutely.
It like
Facts.
us having 2 mics, 4
Yeah.
headset, like
Yeah.
it makes us appreciate things more.
Because
You're
like
appreciating the craft.
even the egg cartons in the closet, I still appreciate that to
Right.
this day because it was like
You know what it
The
makes me
forefront.
remember when we would play basketball in Gary with the maid,
Yeah.
yeah, the hoop, like things
Yeah.
like that. Like it makes you appreciate where you're at now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like
Yeah.
it's interesting. I think another thing that I was gonna say, like when it comes to that, it's that you want to try and lead your life with purpose. You don't want to. What my dad would say, like we don't want to live life on pause.
Right.
We want to either go forward or backward. Even if you go backward, you could go 1 step back. Guess what? You can go 2 steps forward too. There's
Yeah.
multiple turns on this ride.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that you have to lead yourself with the right direction and the right positivity in your mind.
You're the only one driving the car.
Exactly.
Nobody's gonna do it for you.
You can say
Yeah.
Jesus take the
Like
wheel,
what
but
they
guess
say,
what? You're driving
You can
that
lead
car.
a horse to water, but you can't make the
Horse drink. Come on now.
Yeah.
I think a big thing too is that it's no one unfortunately cares about your problems. You have to care about your problems.
Right. You're the first one that cares about your problem.
Yeah.
So
Nothing's gonna change until
you
you
have to
start
take
caring.
care about yourself. Take care of
Facts.
yourself first. Like,
Facts.
I think, and so yeah, I mean, a big part of that is most people get stuck, but most people don't know how to get unstuck. But at the same time, some people just aren't consistent. Some people aren't even doing the work, and we were in that phase too, where we weren't doing the work. We weren't showing up.
Yeah.
We weren't actually
right.
doing what we needed to do or trying to figure out what we needed to do to get better.
Laying the foundation,
it's
kind
like-
of, the building blocks,
The
right?
thing I think about is like reps. Like we weren't putting in the reps.
Getting your reps in.
Yeah,
I
getting
like
your reps
that.
in, getting
Yeah.
your reps in.
I like that.
We weren't getting our reps in and being consistent with it. It would be like here and there.
You're trying to
you know?
PR before you
Yeah.
even get your like weight right. Like
And
you
we were
can't,
worried about making good songs, hit songs. We were
Right.
worried about just
Oh, I need the next hit.
we were worried
Yeah.
about the outcome, and we weren't worried about the process at all. We needed to start focusing on the process to be able to get better outcomes.
Right.
I think once we took a step back and started evaluating how we could improve, like where are we lacking? What do we need to develop the most? Is it our writing? Is it our rapping? Is it the way we deliver our vocals? Is it our
Right.
singing abilities? Is it what the topics we're writing about?
Ooh,
Once
how
you
are
start
y'all preparing
compartmentalizing that and
the
start
videos?
yeah, exactly. You have to split it
Content.
up into things that way you know what you need to work on to improve.
Right.
There's got to be almost like, I mean, think of it as like in a workplace, the KPIs, like key performance indicators and things. You want to rate yourself and treat it like a business. That's part of it, and that you're not going to improve unless you start treating it like a career.
Right.
I think one of the biggest aspects of that is being around the right people. You know,
Oh, that's a good
having the
point.
right team that you can talk to about different things that you may not know and they may know. You know,
Right. I
So,
like the different
having a
opinions. I think
collaboration.
that's the most
like a
important
cora-
thing.
A collaboration of different minds.
If you're not willing to listen to somebody else's opinion, get away from me.
Yeah,
like,
I'm sorry.
we're not doing
You
that.
got to have an open mind. You've got to be able to be humble.
Right. That's
Yeah.
that's the first step in
Humble.
being
willing
humble.
to admit you're wrong.
Yeah.
You have to be able to look inward before you can look outward first.
Facts.
That's a fact. Like, I just
You can't do that. You're never going to be able to work well with others.
period.
And it is not easy trying
Point
to do this
blank.
alone. That right, people, and sometimes that means really evaluating and cutting people off and making those hard decisions. I know we've had to make that tough decision of
Right.
separating ourselves from people that just weren't adding purpose to our lives,
Right.
weren't actually building and maybe it's not even that they weren't adding purpose, but maybe our goals were just on
Misaligned.
different
misaligned.
aligned.
Sometimes they
Yeah, they didn't align.
misalign. Sometimes
We
they're
have
aligned
different
for a while
long-term
and then they
plans, and so you've got to understand that and understand if someone's not in the long-term plans, take your emotions out of it because this is what you want to do. And so if you want to be serious about it, you've got to learn to be analytical and direct because this is what your future is going to look like.
Yeah.
Don't get your
And
feelings involved.
right. Don't get your feelings involved. And you also still need to be able to look inside and be like, what are my motivations?
Yep.
What are the internal, external things that are pushing me? Am I really just trying to get this hit because I've got things going on and I'm just trying to make it out right now? Or am I doing it for the passion,
love.
for the love of the game?
Yeah.
Am I doing it for the passion of, I really feel like I need to get this out? Like,
Right.
You've got to ask yourself why you're making music and why are you? I mean, I personally make it because I enjoy it as a form of art to allow my emotions to be expressed because I'm not exactly that well worded at expressing my emotions.
right.
It allows me to feel good, and I also enjoy the sounds. I enjoy the beauty it can make. I enjoy the emotions it can rile up in people. I believe it can inspire people.
I believe.
And somehow, some way, if I can be part of an inspiration to others through my music, or
Right.
if I can allow others to be inspirations to others
Right.
through music, I think that's
You're
more
doing your
meaningful
part.
than anything.
Right.
doing your part, bro.
I feel like it's like almost a therapy session. Like because I could sit there and talk to the mic and the mic will listen.
Right.
You know, like you could like I personally don't like talking to other people about my feelings.
Right.
But like I could talk to the mic about my feelings.
Right. And the mic will always
And the
listen.
mic will always listen. And
Yeah.
so that's my thing for me is like music to me is my therapy. And I also want to be able to bring other people that like comfort of whatever they're going on in their life, they're gonna be good.
Yeah. You have to understand the chaos of this business. You have to understand the chaos of creativity. It's not linear. It's all over the place. It's up and down.
Yeah.
But part of this and part of being able to do what we do with nothing is just simply our belief.
Right.
Our belief is
will
what's
to do
gotten
it.
us to where we're at now. Our belief is what has kept us going 6,
Right.
7 years. I mean, I think most people would have thought we've given up officially. And there were periods and long periods of time where we thought about giving up. But really understanding and knowing that in your heart this is what you want to do and having that belief and just 100% being delusional about what you can do is what is going to continue to drive us no matter what.
Right.
Like I said, you've got to learn to be okay with being in a development phase. You've got to have patience. You've got to be humble. You've got to be kind. I know that, and then you've really got to take care of yourself personally,
It's a
and
big step.
look at
the
your life
biggest.
too.
That's being
You got
real.
look at your
That's-
life. Are you handling your business? Are you doing what
Yeah.
you need to do? Because things didn't start changing for me until I started improving my own personal life. I
Right.
could not put my all into music until I was handling my business
I had to
outside
build
of
some
music.
Like
repetition in
even
myself.
last year, I had a moment. Where if something didn't change, I know I probably wouldn't be here. You know, I had to change things in my life, my mindset, the way I present myself, the way I talk about things, because I was in a dark place, and the only person to get me out of that place was myself. I couldn't look. I'm sorry, I couldn't look to my friend. I could look for them for information, but I couldn't look to them to get me out of that place in my head. I had to do the groundwork myself. Be able to recognize like when you are not feeling well inside, and be able to talk about that even with your loved ones, because being in that place in your head, it's not good. It's not cool. Be aware of your mental health.
You've got to understand and look at what do I need to change about myself, and how can I get better? Because you can't be selfish sometimes. I think a lot of times we tend to only think about ourselves.
Right.
And if you're wanting to build something that affects others, you've also got to think of others. I know that I really kind of had to be okay with whatever outcome came from this. And that was kind of how I had to start moving, because beforehand I would get frustrated, I would get tired, I would get stressed, and I would allow those emotions to take over. And understanding that the joy of making music, the joy of doing something creative, is the entire process of doing it. It's the struggle and the frustrations of not knowing how to sing a note and having to learn how to sing a note, not knowing how to play an instrument, not knowing what it takes to operate a recording schedule, to have people come in and different minds, different ideas, and think that something sounds good or something doesn't sound good and be in total disagreement. All of those things are what make this life that we've decided to build for ourselves amazing. I wouldn't have chosen any other life. The last 6 years, the last 7 years have been the best thing to ever happen to me. Having a team build,
Facts.
breakdown, because no matter what, I wake up every day with a purpose. And I wake up every day knowing that this is what I love to do. And even if it takes me 30 years, 40 years, 20 years to get there, I'm going to continue to do it because this is what drives me. Without
Right.
this, I don't know
Facts.
what I would do. And even if it
Right.
takes up all my free time, which it does, I'm on my off days. I spend my time in here
But
doing
you're
this.
doing what you love.
Yeah, I'm
That's
doing
what
what I
matters.
love.
I think that's the
that's
biggest
what
thing,
matters.
bro. Like, we have to make sure that figure out what you care about, what matters to you, and go do that shit. Don't sit around
Right.
thinking that it's gonna happen or something's gonna fall in your
It's
lap.
not gonna fall in
Do
your
the
lap.
work, put it in, and make sure that we go get it.
Right.
Yeah, I believe if you put in the work and you truly love something, God, the universe, it's going to grant
It's gonna-
you
it's
what
gonna
you
give
it to
believe.
you.
You just have to have that mixture of humility, hard work, and
Keep
love.
that belief.
Right.
Yeah, and belief, and just keep going. It's okay if you don't have anything. It's okay to start with nothing. I know a lot of people out there probably feel lost, probably feel hopeless.
It's okay.
Who cares? Whatever phase you may
It's
be in, if you're
okay.
just starting, if your team just left you, if you just got your first rejection, if you just
Right.
played a song and someone told you that was ass, pick your head up, man.
Guess what?
Go
Do you
back
want
to
to
the
do it or
lab.
do
You
you
can
not?
learn from it.
Go
Yeah.
back to the lab and redo it.
Just make
Take
a
the
decision.
feedback.
It's
'Cause
okay.
It's not for everybody, but it can be for you. And don't just give up just because it's difficult.
Right.
Or because it's different.
Right. That'll lead to like complacency too. Just because something's difficult, don't just give up. You know,
Push
it's
it off.
difficult for a reason.
You got to do something hard to be able to find anything meaningful in life. I think the greatest sense of relief comes after I've done something difficult and I
Yes.
actually did it.
Facts.
It's the dopamine you get from
Yeah.
that. Your
It's
dopamine's
like
up.
I
You're
accomplished this. Like,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, and it gives you that confidence to try something else that's even harder and take on the next thing. And that's how you grow, that's how you get better. And eventually, before you know it, you won't be nothing. You won't have nothing. And
Right.
naturally all these things will build around you. Once you started focusing on yourself and not focusing on trying to get those things start to fall in place.
Right.
That's
It's a big
That's a
thing,
big
man.
thing.
Like that's why I got it tattooed on me. I got ambition right here on the forearm. You gotta keep it.
gotta have
Never
ambition, bro.
lose your ambition, your passions, whatever you care about. Keep it at
Yeah.
your heart, close to you.
A lot of
even
people,
if-
a lot of people's dreams
sir.
die because they lose the ambition. They lose the I can wait.
The drive,
Yeah, I can wait on
being
it.
complacent.
Yeah, Like,
Complacency kills.
it kills,
It
bro.
does.
You never lose your youth. I saw something that says you never lose your youth if you never lose your drive to create. Creation is what allows us to feel
That's a bar.
and
That's a bar.
appreciate and continue to go because we feel like there's still some wonder in the world. Living
Right.
like you're in a movie, like you're in a cartoon is what allows
A
us
little
to
whimsy.
be
like,
and
believe.
see the magic in the world.
Like they say, be delusional.
I was just about
Yeah,
to say,
be
sometimes
delusional.
you need to be delusional.
Romanticize
you have to
everything.
be like
Romanticize it. I
Like,
like
if this is
that.
what you want, why can't I have it?
Hey, what did Russ say? Why not?
Why not? Why
Why
can't
not
I?
you?
Why can't you go and get it? Like, that's the thing I think about. Like, why can't I have this lifestyle? Why can't I make sure everybody around me is good? Why can't I do that?
Exactly. Guys, we appreciate y'all listening. This has
Yes,
been
sir.
episode
Sir.
2. The
Episode
reality is
2,
starting
man.
with nothing.
Let us know what y'all think.
Yeah, let us know what y'all think. You know, like, comment, share. all
Follow
the
us
good things.
at Intrizio.
Yes, sir.
Original Minds of One Kind. We're on Instagram. We just tried to drop 52 songs in 52 weeks last year, so
Yes,
go ahead
sir.
and check
Go
it out.
listen
on
to
our
that.
link if you
Come
haven't.
on, man.
We only made it to 41, but that's all right. We had the 52, but we just didn't want to drop some shit songs. And so that's a failure, but
Yeah.
honestly, that's another topic in the future we'll hit on. Is
Yes, sir.
failures.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
Because there's going to be more that come.
Yeah.
So if you're starting from nothing, you're not behind. You're just early. If you feel like you're failing, keep failing. Because the more you fail, the less you're going to fail in the future. And the more you learn and the more you
Preach.
appreciate the growth.
Oh my God.
Preach.
Oh
Yes,
my
Lord.
God.
Thank you guys. I'm Ben
Thank
Lowe.
you.
This
I'm
is
B.
Rocket, Big B.
Yes,
Yo.
sir.
And this is Original Minds, an Intrizio podcast. See you next week.
Peace.
Safety.
Yeah, you don't understand me. I'm trying to feed my family. Yeah, you don't understand me. I'm trying to feed my family. You don't have to want it. You can live it. Can you learn to